Unchained Pri today, and welcome to another tier list. I know I did like a live stream, like I don't even know how long ago, of the Sonic tracks, but like it was when like I was recording my phone and shit and actually doing it. But now I decided, you know what? Let's do a tier list, like of the characters, especially since we got that playtest of Sonic Race Crossroads later today. So as I'm waiting, because like I literally I filmed that editing video today, like I'm off from work, so I'm just like, well, here I am, like I don't have much to do, so like might as well. So let's do it. Alrighty. So let's see. Sonic, obviously. Shit, if I can grab it. Can I grab it? Oh, okay, it's gonna be gay. Oh my god. Bro. Alright, cool. Doesn't count, just kidding. I'm gonna put Sonic at an A. Like, I like Sonic Trust, obviously, he's the main character and all that, but like, the character you always play as, obviously, because the series is called Sonic, but I like Sonic. He ain't top tier for me, but I like him. Like, he's an enjoyable character. I will admit. Sticks. Now, I did watch Sonic Boom when that show was coming out. I did not play the games because I am not, suicidal. Just kidding. But, yeah, no. I don't know. Like, she was a funny character in the show, but, like, I don't know. I think I'll put her at a C because, like, I wouldn't mind if she came back because, technically they mentioned her in Sonic Frontiers. So she's clearly, like, in, like, our canon games. So I'm just gonna, Alright, let's see. Surge! Now, if y'all don't know who this is, I know who it is because I read the comics. Not the Archie comics, but the, what's the word, bird? The IDW comics that are coming now. And she's pretty much like, I don't know if y'all remember from those Archie comics, Scourge, which is like an evil Sonic, but green. And her name is Surge. Hilarious. But what's the word, bird? She is, I don't know. Again, I don't know much about Scourge because, again, I didn't read the Archie comics or nothing. But Surge, she's pretty much like, she's called Surge the Tenric, which I have no idea what the hell a Tenric is. If y'all know what that is, let me know. But, she's an interesting character. Because, like, pretty much she gets, her and this other, he's a Kitsune, I think? Kit? If I'm remembering right. He's not on here. Probably because he didn't get a render. But, what's the word, bird? She is, yeah, her and him got kidnapped by this, character in, the, comics called Dr. Starlight. He's a platypus who, like, idolized Eggman and stuff, but then Eggman ends up betraying him and whatever. But yeah, Benzie and kidnapped, and basically they got, mind controlled or whatever. Like, they pretty much got experimented on, and, like, Dr. Starlight pretty much, like, erased their memories of who they were originally, and then created them as, like, that. And she pretty much kind of has powers like Sonic, and then she has the kid person who is, like, Tails. And at first, she thinks, like, oh, I want to, kill Sonic, whatever. But then she finds out the truth, but then she's still like, I hate everybody. I hate the heroes and the villains. I want to destroy them all, whatever. She's pretty much evil. But she's kind of like having a redemption arc right now in the comics. But I think her story is really tragic. And the way she is very interesting. So I'm going to put her at an A, actually. Because I find her as a very interesting character. I don't mind them. Like, they're, like, I feel like in the comics, bro, in the IDW comics, again, I highly recommend y'all read because they're really good. But the way they make certain characters and, like, portray them and stuff, it's really good. And, like, I wouldn't mind seeing them in the game. As you can see, that's a render. I think that was a render from, like, Sonic Dash or something. I don't remember. Okay, but yeah, Tails. I mean, I don't mind Tails. There was that period in time where, everyone was like, yo, Tails, what the hell? Like in Sonic Forces and I don't know what else. But yeah. But I think Tails is, homie's great. I ain't, like, the #1 Tails fan over here. But, I think he's pretty cool. I'm gonna put him at a B. Because I don't think he's bad. He ain't, like, my favorite character. But I don't mind seeing him, know? Like, I don't mind playing as him either, because he can fly, you know? But yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. Let's see. Wave. Again, she only really shows up in the Sonic Riders games, which has only been 3 of. About to be 4. You boy. I'm so excited, bro. Like, I'm telling y'all, when I play that fucking test today, I am going to be playing with the Extreme Gear. Trust, if they let me. I swear to God, if the Extreme Gear is not one of the options in the playtest, I'm gonna be so freaking pissed. But anyway, Wave, she's pretty much like the mechanic of the group of the Babylon Rogues, and, you know, she's kind of like, he tries to take charge sometimes and all that, but again, she's only been really in 3 games, so I'm gonna put her at a C. She an alright character. Not a character like I look forward to seeing. Like, Babylon Rogues in general, I'm happy to see that they're returning for this new game, but like other than that, like, I don't really care. But Knuckles, now my boy Knuckles has been through it, man. When Sonic Boom happened, God, man. Yeah, they made him like pretty much like the dumb character, and it's like, bruh, why you gotta do my man like that? And then sometimes, you know, he is kind of like that, but like, you know, recently he's been like, you know, he's been like the stoic, like, oh, I gotta protect the Emerald and all that shit. Like in Sonic Frontiers, I feel like, you know, it was nice to see the side of him where he's like, you know, like, I'm pretty much like alone, like my whole kind is wiped out, the last of my kind, and, you know, all that schmiz. Because, you know, you never really got to see him reflect on that, really. Like, maybe in, like, Sonic Adventure, but that's pretty much it. Like, you never really got to see him reflect upon that. But, you know, love the boy Knuckles. I'll put Knuckles at a B, because I love him. I like to play as him. Oh my. Amy. Y'all already know how I feel about my girl Amy. Especially for Sonic 4. 2027 about to be the year, dog. 2027 gonna be the year. I'm gonna bust. And thankfully, the game's come to the game. The movie is coming out in March of that year. Thank fucking God, because I could not do another. I gotta wait for the end of the year for the goddamn movie. But yeah, no, Amy, I really love her. Like, I remember when I first got into the Sonic series, I found her annoying, as probably everyone else did, because of, you know, how her character was portrayed. But, you know, obviously, as you grow older, you know, sometimes, you know, I'll still cringe while watching Sonic Adventure or Sonic Adventure 2. But I feel like, again, how they've portrayed her character now, they really, like, had the growth in there, you know, of her character, which I really like, because, you know, it's nice to see characters, like, actually, like, grow, you know what I mean? Like, what's the word, bird? But, yeah, it's nice to see that that's actually happening with her character, and, you know, she's not just, you know, Sonic's, I wouldn't want to say stalker. That's what people would portray her as back in the day. But, like, just like the girl who likes Sonic, she's more than that, which I really like. And I really like Amy. So I'm actually going to put her in an A. A for Amy. Jet the Hawk. Jet is a character. I miss when he was voiced by Jason Griffith, though. I loved when he was voiced by. I'm telling you guys, Jason Griffith had the range. Homie voiced Sonic, Shadow, Jet, Werehog Sonic. That's it that I know of. But yeah, he really had the range. But Jet the Hawk, I found him as an interesting character. I like that he's pretty much another rival for Sonic, but like, you know, obviously not actually running wise, because, you know, he's all about that extreme gear. But I like Jet. I find him pretty funny. Again, it sucks again that the voice has changed, so he's not voiced by the same guy that voiced him by Jason Griffith in the first 2 games. But I like Jet. Again, I'm excited to see him in this new game, because, you know, also just because of the fact that I want a new Sonic Riders game. But, you know, I really am happy that he's coming back for this game, because he brings a lot of, like, I don't want to say depth, well, maybe a little bit of depth to the series. So, and I like, you know, like the first game, it's like, oh, the Babylon Rogues were related to genies or whatever, or related to aliens and that shit. And the third game, that wasn't a thing. But, you know, maybe they'll do it again this game? Who knows? But, Jet, I'm gonna put him at a B. He alright. Storm, he's pretty much kind of like the dumb brute of the group. There's not really much depth to his character, really. He's just, like, you know, alright, boss! You know, like that type of character. I don't know. Actually, I'm gonna put him at a D. Like, I don't really care for Storm. I'm gonna be honest. I don't go flying negative about Storm. My boy Shadow. We just had the year of Shadow. I love Shadow personally. He's a really great character. His backstory, the way he is, everything about him, bro. It's just, especially in the movie, he was voiced by Keanu Reeves. That's like, bro, I'm telling you, perfect casting. But in general, his game, you know, like not the Shadow Generations, but like y'all know what I'm talking about. The Shadow the Hedgehog game. It was a very interesting game. You know, obviously a lot of people don't like it. I find it okay because, you know, the controls aren't bad. You know, the guns are hilarious. Well, not hilarious, but you know what I mean. The different story, like the different story branches you can take, even though it doesn't really matter because it just leads to one final ending anyway. But you know, it was nice to have the illusion of choice. But yeah, I really like Shadow, and there was at one point where his character was really portrayed like, you know, in the games and in the IDW comics, like in, you know, Sonic Forces, it was pretty, you know, again, like, you know, he beat Infinite's ass and then was like, don't ever show your pathetic face around me ever again. Like that type of shit. And, you know, but yeah. But the way, like, you know, again, his character was portrayed in Shadow Generations, it was great. I love to see that, you know, the acceptance and moving on. But yeah, love Shadow. He's great. But I'm gonna put him at an A because y'all know who my top tier is. Maybe if y'all know. Rouge the Bat. Now Rouge, she do got titties. And I do like titties. Let me stop. But what's the word, bird? I don't know how to feel about Rouge, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, she's an interesting character. Her current voice actor is kinda it's okay, I guess. Not top tier. Again, I prefer her previous voice actor, but you know, everybody does at this point. But Rouge herself as a character, like, I like her thing with Knuckles. Like, it's funny, you know, their little flirt banter that she does with him. I like the ship. But otherwise, her herself, I don't know how to feel. Like, I don't know. I don't know, to be honest with you. She's okay, I think. Like, there's not really much to her character that really gets me like, oh my god, I love her, you know? So, I'm gonna put her at a C. Yeah. Silver. Y'all already know. Bro, Silver is my, like, all-time favorite Sonic character. Ever since Sonic 06, I've loved this man. Now, even though, again, his debut game was pretty poo-poo garbage, I feel as though, you know, again, homie, I don't know, bro. Like, I fucking love Silver, man. I love him. Love him. In the IDW comics, in the games, I love this man. Again, it's such a gosh damn shame. I'm making sure that everything is running smoothly. Okay. Disconnected for a bit, but now we're good. So, but like I was saying, yeah, I just don't feel his voice fits Silver at all, and there are other people that agree with me as well. Like, I remember I was looking at a Reddit post or whatever, like, when I was trying to figure out whether or not it was his voice in, the relines of this new Sonic generation that just came out, and a lot of people were like, yeah, I don't really think his voice fits Silver at all, blah blah blah. And I'm like, okay, I'm glad I'm not the only one, because, you know, I'm not a fan. But besides that fact, I really love Silver. You know, even in Sonic Forces, like, even though that game was like, I still love to see the man. I don't know what it is about him, especially, like, again, even though in Sonic 06 his, you know, again, the gameplay was kind of poo-poo garbage, I liked playing as Silver in Sonic 06. I remember, like, in the multiplayer mode they had in that game, I would always pick Silver, because I freaking loved playing as Silver, bro. Love him. And again, I feel like if they ever do want to make, you know, his own game, you know, that'd be great. The only downside, again, he'd probably be voiced by Bryce Papenbrook. But other than that, you know, it'd be nice to see, like, his, like, abilities and stuff, like, fully fleshed out. Like, the whole being able to grab objects and throw them, the flying, all that schmiz. Like, that'd be great. I would love to see that fully fledged out in his actual standalone game. But, you know, I can only dream and wish. But yeah, that's all I have to say about that. Blaze. Now, I love Blaze. I played Sonic Rush, like that game. What else was she playable in? I never played Sonic Rush Adventure. I don't know what other games she was playable in besides, obviously, like the Olympics and all that schmiz. And then Sonic 06, which her gameplay was pretty high. I like Blaze. She's a very interesting character. You know, she comes from a different dimension and all that. She's the guardian of the Soul Emeralds and blah, blah, blah. I just feel as though ever since, I would say maybe Sonic 06, they haven't really, like, had her character be, like, a, you know, like, an important character. She's just kind of, like, there, you know what I mean? But I like her friendship with Silver. I also ship them. But, I like her friendship with Silver, you know, like, they really, like, complement one another, you know, and stuff like that. And I really like that about them. Like, I like how, like, they're, you know, they're a pair. But, you know, if Silver were ever to get his own standalone game, it'd be cool if Blaze was there, too. Like, I'd like that. That'd be fire. But, as for Blaze herself, I really like her as a character. I think she should also be fully fledged out more, you know? Because I feel like she's just kind of, like, there most times out of 10 whenever she is in an actual game, you know? But, I'll put her at an A. Because I like Blaze. She's not bad. Big the Cat. See, I'm about to put him at a D. Like, I don't really care for Big that much. Like, I know everybody, you know, the whole joke with Big and all that. He's kind of like the goofy, not goofy, but, you know, well, yeah, I would say goofy. He's kind of like a goofy character, like, hi. You know, I can't even do the fucking voice. I'm trying to find Yogi. You know, like that. That schmiz. But, yeah. I like Big. He ain't bad. Again, I was upset that he wasn't in Sonic Free Riders. And then, but you know, I'm great. I don't know if they're gonna have like a team system in this new game, like, you know, like Team Sonic, Team Rose, Team Dark, blah, blah. But I'm glad that they finally rectified this shit and put Cream in the goddamn game. Cream, Amy, and Big are both are now in the game, so maybe, you know, they decide to, you know. Maybe they'll finally decide to make Team Rose, like, actually Team Rose, like it used to be. But, you know, whatever. But yeah, I don't really got much to say about Big. He's an interesting, it's funny to see him whenever I do, like in Sonic Frontiers. But, you know, I ain't really like that. I'm not a big stan, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. He cool, but I ain't, you know, I ain't his number one fan. Cream! Now, back in the day, Cream would have been an S tier. But, you know, I've grown, and so have the games. And, she's not really in much Sonic games. I mean, she was in Sonic Dream Team, which was great, you know. I got to play as her and schmiz. It was fun. But again, she doesn't really get that much, again, she hasn't been in that many Sonic games. But Sonic Dream Team, you know, again, it was a good game. Love seeing her characterization. You know, she was kidnapped again by Eggman. And, you know, obviously she's obviously she's a little kid. She's like 6 years old. Well, she was. Because, you know, they don't have ages anymore. But, you know, yeah. And then, you know, she has her mom and everything, and I feel as though, she's like, you know, the cute, innocent character, which is nice to see, but, like, you know, again, for example, in the comics, there's, like, that Zombot arc, and in that arc, like, she loses her pet Chow, and then she loses her mom, and then eventually she also ends up getting infected herself, but that whole, like, thing of, like, it used to feel really bad for her, bro, like, she was like, oh my god, like, type of character. But, yeah. But I like Cream. She's a pretty cool character. Again, I would like to see her in more games. And Sonic Dream Team was a great example of having her come back and having a bit of her character, you know, explored and such. But, other than that, A tier. She ain't bad. I like her. She's on the same level as these characters, so, you know, I'm saying a lot. Omega. Now, I fuck with the man Omega. Especially in the Sonic Dark Beginnings schmiz. He was hilarious. I'll put him at a B. Because Omega do be a little, he'd be funny. Like his, especially like, you know, like, I can't talk. But, in, you know, like in Sonic Dark Beginnings, he's like, I called dibs on, you know, killing all the fucking, robots and shit. I just find that shit funny about him. He's very comedic, I will say. But yeah, no, I love my man Omega. And again, I'm glad he's going to be in this new Sonic Racing game. Because again, it's the same thing with Sonic Free Riders. Like, y'all couldn't have gotten Omega for this. Y'all had to get some random ass robot, which ended up being Metal Sonic. But still, you know, like, so lame. Alright, Vanilla. Now, she was in Sonic Advance 2. I did not play that game. In Sonic Rush. But she was only there for like a little bit. And I don't know what other games she's been in. Obviously, you know, she was in Sonic X, but you know, that's a show. But what's the word, bird? I don't know how to, I did not mean to put her in D. That's on my bad. She's an interesting character, and obviously she's the only, like, mother in this Sonic series that we have, because every other character does not have parents. Interesting, again, you see where Cream gets her, you know, her characteristics from, because that's how Vanilla is. But I like, too, in the comics, especially in the IDW comics, she's like a, like, there was like this one where, like, certain characters, which we're gonna get to in here, they, like, start ruining, like, dinner and stuff, and Cream is, like, sad because she's trying to really save the dinner. And then her mom gets back and she's like, "Oh, what happened?" She's like, "I tried my best to protect the dinner, but, you know, blah, blah." And then the two villains that come in are actually really scared of her. Like, she's like that, you know, I don't know how, like, to say it, like, that nice menacingness. And then she's like, "Oh, you think it's okay to come in here and just, like, ruin my dinner and stuff like that?" You know, like, for, like, menacingly. And they were, like, actually scared of her, which is pretty funny. But other than that, you know, again, Vanilla's not really in the games that often, so, yeah. She's mentioned, but she's not really in it. My boy Vector. My boy Vector, he's great. Love my man Vector. Hated him in that one Sonic Generations little game I had to play, where I was there for like an hour. I don't even know if it was an hour, maybe it was like 30 minutes, but still, couldn't stand that. But I like Vector. I like the whole Team Chaotix in general. You know, they're pretty cool. And, you know, Vector's a good leader of that group, I guess. And, you know, he also likes Vanilla, which is pretty funny. But yeah, I like my boy Vector. I fuck with my boy Vector. Now, the Tangle. Now, if y'all don't know who she's from, she is from the comics, the IDW comics. She was a new character that was introduced, like, way early on in the issues, and her name is Tangle. Tangle the Lemur. I believe she's a lemur. Don't quote me on it. But yeah, she's a pretty cool character. She's very, like, high energy. Like, she wants to, like, get out and do adventures, you know, and stuff. Like, she's, like, itching for adventure. Like a certain blue hedgehog, you know? But yeah, she's pretty cool. Like, she was like, "Oh yeah," like, when she first meets Sonic and stuff, and, like, they save, like, the little village that she lives in or whatever. She's like, "Yeah, oh my god, like, I want to go on more adventures with you guys," and blah. And then she ends up becoming friends with the one next to her, which is Whisper. And they the way, like, you know, like, I don't know how to describe it. Like, Tangle really, like, helps Whisper open up a bit more. And I really like that about her character. I like those type of characters where, like, they help other characters open up. You know, so I'll give Tangle a B. I feel she's fire. I hope one day maybe they put her in the games. Again, because I think they made and they actually added Tangle and Whisper to Sonic Dash, which is pretty cool. And I would love to see them actually, like, in the games. It would actually be pretty fire if they were. But, you know, maybe one day. Who knows? Whisper. Now, like I had mentioned already, she's from the comics. She's a character that gets introduced. Apparently she was, also, what's the word? She was a character who would, like, help certain other characters during, like, the war that was going on in Sonic Forces. And, she has a very sad backstory. I won't spoil it here, but, you know, if you read the comics. Well, specifically, you have to read, like, the, I believe the, well, I don't know if they mentioned it in the actual issues, but there was, like, an issue called Tangle and Whisper, where it was, like, 4 issues, and it, you know, shows how their friendship grows and stuff. But, yeah, but she used to be, like, very peppy and, like, happy and stuff, but then after this tragedy that happens, she's very, like, silent and, like, you know, like, she doesn't talk much, and she whispers. But, yeah, she's a very cool, stoic character, you know? I really like her. Very interesting. I would like to see her in the games as well. Like, it'd be interesting. I'm gonna give her a B. Because I find her interesting. Marine! Now, again, Marine really only shows up in Sonic Rush Adventure, which I did not play. I think she shows up in, like, the Olympics or whatever. I don't remember which one. No, I don't even remember where she shows up in that. I remember she was a costume in Mario and Sonic at the 2012 London Olympics. But I don't know if she actually shows up in any of those games. And she hasn't been in a mainline game since God knows how long. I think she did show up in the IDW comics though, like for a little bit, but that was it. I would like to see Marine come back, honestly. Like I would be down for her to come back. I know obviously she's a little kid, so she is a little bit annoying, but like, you know, I wouldn't mind seeing her come back. Like, it'd be interesting. But you know, I don't know if Sega will ever decide to have her come back. But you know, yeah. Eggman! Now the boy Egg. Eggman is a pretty dope villain, I'll admit. Caused a lot of trouble. Gets betrayed a lot, which is pretty funny. But yeah. He's a very interesting egg. Eggman's a good villain, though. I don't mind him, especially like in Sonic Frontiers, you know, with this whole thing he ends up having with Sage, which is pretty nice. So I'm gonna give him a B. He's pretty high. Metal Sonic. Now, yeah, that was. I never played Sonic CD. Sonic Heroes. It was interesting when he betrayed Eggman and became Metallic, whatever the flub. I can't believe I forgot Metallic Overlord. I don't remember, but yeah. And then you know, I find it funny that he can't talk. That's pretty funny. I think Eggman did that for a reason, though. He's like, yeah, Sonic's already annoying as is. I don't need him. I don't need you talking. But then Eggman reprogrammed him to like, obviously he can't ever betray Eggman ever again. But he's an interesting villain, and again, he's gonna be in Sonic 4, which is gonna be a pretty interesting movie to see, and pretty interesting to see him in. I hope they keep the fact that him not talking is a thing, because I don't need him to talk. But yeah, I'll give that boy Metal Sonic, I'll give him a C. If it goes there. I'm about to say, I'll go there one day. But yeah, I think he's cool. I wish we'd show up in more games, though. Because, like, he was in Sonic Free Riders. Technically, he was in Sonic Colors Ultimate, but you had to do, like, some red ring bullshit in order to fight him, which it was so ligma, in my opinion. But, yeah. I can't wait to see what they do with him in the movie. It's gonna be very interesting to see. I don't really know this man that much. I think it's like Mecha Knuckles or whatever. I'm gonna put doesn't count because I don't know him. I don't know him like that. I personally don't know him. Ray! Wait, no. My dumbass. No, it's Mighty. He's never really shown up in the modern Sonic games, though. He's only really been like a classic Sonic game person, so I'm actually gonna put this version of him. I think maybe this version is from the comics. I'm gonna put it doesn't count. I'm also gonna put Ray here too because I think again that's from the comics. So I don't know him. All right. I think his name is Bark, the polar bear. Again, I didn't play Sonic the Fighters, and whatever other game he possibly have showed up in, I never played. So I'm gonna put him at a D. Well, actually, yeah, no, I'm gonna put him at D because there was like that one, I think it was like an Amy issue that they, like a classic Amy issue they did, you know, for her like her birthday or anniversary or whatever. And one of the characters she bumps into is Bark, and you know, she kind of like brings like the niceness out in him, I guess. Like she'll be like, "Oh, thank you." Like I think it was like at one point he let her borrow his scarf because you know she was cold or whatever. And then she gave back to him, and she was like, "Oh, thank you so much. You know, you're actually really nice at heart." Blah. And he blushes and shit. But he's very silent. He doesn't talk. I don't think so. Anyway. I've never. I don't remember if he does or not. I don't think he talks much. If he does. But yeah. Bang! Now we did play Sonic Superstars. I hated Fang, bro. I fucking hate him. So he's actually gonna put an F. F for Fang because I hate him. Of what he did to me in Sonic Superstars, I will never forget. He a lame-ass villain anyway. Homie has a gun, but it has a cork in it. Like, what the hell? Homie, get some real bullets. But, you know, fuck Fang, man. Hate that bitch. Ever since Sonic Superstars, I hate that man. There's also Bean. He's a bird, I guess. He likes to throw bombs. Again, I don't know much about him. He's a little bit crazy. I'm gonna put him at a D, because, again, he hasn't really shown up in any games. I like his personality, though. From what I've seen, like, in the comics, it's pretty funny. He likes to throw bombs. It's hilarious. Alright, so Sage. Again, she only really showed up in Sonic Frontiers, even though, again, that was pretty recent. I'm pretty sure she's gonna show up in later games because, you know, she didn't die. So, I'm gonna put her at D, because, like, again, besides in Sonic Frontiers where she was like, oh, you are the enemy, and then kept trying to fucking get these goddamn Titans to kill me. But I like her relationship with Eggman. It's nice. It's nice, like, you know, again, she sees Eggman as a father figure, and Eggman sees her as a daughter figure. It's cute. So, you know, I can't wait to see how, you know, she turns out. I think she's gonna be in the new game that's actually coming out. So, it's pretty funny. You're gonna see her driving a car and shit. It's gonna be hilarious. But yeah. Infinite! Cause that's what it, well, this is him. I don't even remember what his actual name was. I just remember he's a jackal. I don't think they ever say what his actual name was before he became Infinite. But pre-Infinite. I read the comic that he was in with his assassin group or whatever. We're gonna put the worst character ever. Because he low-key ass. Like, and you know what? Might as well put actual Infinite on there too. Again, I feel like there was much, what's the word? There was much potential with Infinite, but you know, they dropped the bomb on that. Maybe if he ever comes back, you know, he can have his redemption villain arc, but you know, until then, he's gonna be worst character. Let's see. Well, I don't even remember what this guy's name is. I just remember that he was in Team Sonic Racing, and people thought he was like actually evil, but then it turned out, no, he's actually a good guy all along. Well, not good guy, but like he didn't have any like nefarious intentions. I don't remember what his name was, but I'm gonna put him on an F because I literally did not give a flying fuck about this dude. I gave no shits for this man. My boy Chaos. He's very tragic villain, I guess you'd say. Let's say he had a justified crash out because the Echidna tribe killed the Chows, so that's a justified crash out. I'll give him a D. Again, I'd never played Sonic Adventure. I did just buy, though, because Sega was having a sale on Steam. So I bought Sonic Adventure, I bought Sonic Adventure 2, I bought Sonic Lost World, Sonic Mania. I think that's it. Yeah, those are all the Sonic games I purchased. But yeah, so we'll have a whole bunch of playthroughs coming soon, guys. But yeah, I never played those games, so I did watch Sonic X when he showed up again. And then Sonic Forces when he wasn't even actually there, and we didn't even get to fight him, which is hella gay, but you know. So letting y'all know I am pansexual, just in case this ever comes back me in the butt. But yeah, can't stand. I'm kidding. Okay, Tikal. Again, she only really shows up in Sonic Adventure, which I didn't play. And she was like the pacifist of the Echidna tribe. And she tried to tell them like, yo, y'all don't try to use the Master Emerald for greed or whatever, because then God-Man gonna be pissed. And they were like, oh, you're dumb girl. And then she ended up being right. And then she resides within the Master Emerald, I guess. I don't even know. But I don't know, because like, again, she only shows up for that one game and that's it. If she showed up otherwise, I wouldn't know. I'll give her a D, because again, there's not much. She's just like the nice girl that tried to warn her tribe and it didn't work out. I did not play Sonic Chronicles: The Dark Brotherhood, or whatever the hell that game is called. And that game isn't even canon anyway, I don't think, because like I think she's a character that's claimed by that one Ken Penders guy or whatever. Or Ken Penders was like, oh, you made this character really similar to another character I made, so I'm going to sue you or whatever. So we're never seeing her again. I think her name is Shade. And she was an Echidna, which was like very shocking to Knuckles, because Knuckles thought that he was the last Echidna. And then it turned out that there was actually she had a whole tribe of Echidna, but they were trying to do some evil schmiz or whatever, and then she ends up being good and works with Sonic and the rest, and blah, blah, blah. Again, I don't know anything about that game. I never played it. I never watched a playthrough about it. I just know at the end, Eggman takes over the world, and that's how it fucking ends. And I'm like, yo, what the hell? Because they were planning a sequel, but then they couldn't make a sequel because, one, the game was really bad, and two, Ken Penders. But yeah. Besides that, Mephiles is a really great villain, I will admit. Even though Sonic 06 is pretty trash, he was a really good villain, so I'm gonna put him at a B. Because my boy Mephiles, especially again when they brought his ass back in Shadow Generations, that boss fight was actually pretty fire. I love my boy Mephiles. I like how he's the type of why do the work yourself when I can get other people to do it, even though it didn't work out for him, and they ended up fine. I'll do it myself, and then just straight up kill Sonic. Like, damn! He did something not even the boy Eggman could do, which was fire. He's a really fire villain. Again, it sucks that he's erased from existence, but you know, he was a fire villain. Liked him. Which I like that he was Shadow's villain in particular. Like, delicious. Like, the ingredients were there, and they cooked for Mephiles, at least. Zavok! You know, all the Deadly Six are going on here. Yeah. Y'all know how I feel about the Deadly Six. I can't stand they asses. I hate them. Again, I will admit, though, in the comics, in the IDW comics, when they bring them back for the Zombot arc, they really are a force to be reckoned with, which was good, which was really done well. But the fact is, they came from Sonic the Lost World, and that game sucked ass. And you know, it's also hilarious. I think I ended up getting that game too. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I already said it, but I did get that game on Steam because it was on sale. So, guys, we might have a Sonic the Lost World playthrough coming up. But anyway, yeah, I can't stand the Deadly Six. I'm tired of them. I think Zavok. I don't know if all of them are gonna be in the goddamn Racing Cross Worlds, but I know Zavok is there, and I'm like, bro, get this man out of here. I cannot stand Zavok, man. Sega, stop trying to make him happy. He sucks. I'd rather deal with Infinite again than deal with goddamn Zavok. Thank you, and I've said my piece. But anyway, Chip, aka Light Gaia. He was cool. Sucks that he died. I'm gonna put him at a C. C for Chip. Whenever it wants to work with me. Alright, cool. My boy Chip, he was great. Love my boy. He liked that sundae. It makes me low-key want some ice cream now. But yeah, my boy Chip, he was great. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Not much to say about him. Because again, he was only in that one game, and that was it. I liked when he ended up becoming that rock monster and throwing hands with Dark Gaia. That shit was lit. I need to play that game one day. Because I actually, you know, I have the game, but I never played it. My sister did. But yeah, maybe one day I will. You know, if I can actually figure out, because it's on my Xbox 360, and I don't have an Xbox, whatever the hell, to play the new one on, so they should add that on that PlayStation Plus garbage. You know, that membership thing where you can put old games. They should put Sonic Unleashed on there. Like, come on, guys, make it happen. But anyway, Black Doom. He's a very interesting villain, you know, and especially, you know, finding out how he is one of the reasons why Shadow is alive when he was created in the first place. I'm gonna put him at a C. He's a very interesting villain. When he came back again, it was like, oh my, yeah. But like, I wouldn't need to see him again. He can stay dead. Permanently. Not much I can say about him. He's a very interesting villain. My boy SPO. I like my boy SPO. He's great. I like his ninja stuff and all that schmiz. You know, he can turn invisible and all that. I'm just gonna get this out of the way now. Charmy. I'm gonna put Charmy at a D. You know, because Charmy a little bit annoying, I ain't gonna lie. And I know, again, he's a kid, so it's understandable. But, like, you know, again, I like Team Chaotix as a whole. I don't mind him. But, you know, my boy Charmy, sorry, homie, you a little annoying. Ah, man. Wait, okay. I was about to say, wait, no. Him from Sonic Adventure. Gamma, was it? I don't remember. I don't know, because I don't really play Sonic Adventure, you know? I'll put him here, because again, I haven't played the game, so I don't really have much opinions about him, because, you know, again, he ended up being a little bird that, you know, that was part of the family of the bird that Amy was with in that game, and again, and then he ends up, you know, what's the word? He ends up turning on Eggman and killing all those other robots that were part of his family, I guess, and then he dies at the end and then ends up going back to being a bird that he was. But yeah, that was pretty much it. Can't say much. Gerald. Feel low-key bad for the dude, not gonna lie, because of the events that happened in Sonic Adventure 2. Well, it's not the events that happened in Sonic Adventure 2, but the events that happened 50 years prior. I feel bad for him, because homie was just trying to find, like, a cure for his granddaughter who was sick. But then the government shut down his thing and killed his goddamn granddaughter. I'd be mad too, homie. Just like what I say about about Chaos, Justified Crash Out. I'll put him at a C, because he's a very interesting character, especially after playing Shadow Generations and reading that little book that came with it, like his notebook and stuff, because he was actually like a genuinely good guy. It's just because of what happened on that arc is what made him crash out, which, again, understandable, because again, yeah, if the government fucking shut down my thing and killed my goddamn granddaughter, yeah, I would crash out too. Like, again, justified crash out. I don't like how he's portrayed in the movie, though, I'm gonna be honest with you. But in the games, yeah, he's great. Maria. I feel really bad for Maria, man, because she was sick. Especially since we get more depth of her, like, her family and stuff in Shadow Generations. She had, like, because, you know, I'm out here thinking Maria didn't have, like, a mom or a dad. I feel like maybe they died or some shit. But, like, no, she had a mom and a dad. She also had a little sister, apparently, now that we found out. And, what's the word, bird? I don't know why it doesn't show her whole thing. But you can tell it's Maria. But, yeah. And then, you know, she you know, she lived on Earth for a while, but then when she got sick, you know, it was better for her to be in space because, you know, her sickness wouldn't activate as frequently, or the gravity or some shit helped with it or whatever. I don't know. But yeah. And again, her whole friendship with Shadow was really great. You know, their bond that they had. And look, I really liked how it was portrayed in the movie. It was really done well. Like, it really hits harder too. You know? It's like, oh my god. Justified crash out, I'm telling you. But yeah. I think she's a great character. I would like to see her come back, but, you know, she's dead. So, I don't think Sega would bring her back. Maybe they would. But, you know, a lot of people have, like, you know, like, little things where, oh, she turns into a hedgehog or whatever. I wouldn't mind seeing that. But, I don't know. I feel like for her, it'd be kind of sad because, like, you know, her family's all grown already. Like, her sister's grown probably. Again, it's been 50 years. Her sister's probably grown up. Her parents are probably, like, dead, maybe. But, you know, I wouldn't mind it, but I don't think Sega's ever actually gonna do that. Trip! Now, Trip is actually really cute. Her campaign in goddamn Sonic Superstars was fucking hard as balls. But I like her as a character. She's cute and stuff. I would love to see... I think there was a Knuckles comic where you get to see her entire, like, village and stuff. Like, her kind. It was funny because Knuckles thought that she was the only one. And then she's like, oh no, I have a whole tribe, dog. And he's like, oh. I never read that comic, but yeah. But she's cool. I'm put her at a C. Because, again, she's only in Sonic Superstars, and again, they don't really talk in that game. But, you know, if they were to ever bring her into the modern Sonic, you know, games, I wouldn't mind seeing her. I wouldn't mind seeing her in this new game that's about to come out in the Sonic Racing Crossworlds. If they brought her in, shit, I won't say no. But, yeah, I think she's cool. I like that when she turns super into a dragon. This is fire. I still don't get the plot of Sonic Superstars that much, because, you know, where did this random-ass dragon come from? But, you know, who knows? You guys didn't read, I wasn't paying attention to the plot good enough, but, you know, yeah. But I find it funny that she's clumsy with that little helmet on early on, and, you know, she ends up being cool with Sonic and the rest because of Amy, because Amy helped her out, which is pretty cute. But yeah, I like Trip. I don't mind her. I wouldn't mind seeing her return for another mainline Sonic game. My boy, Emerald. Yes, kind of when he's black is when he's called Gemerald, which I don't, like, I really don't get it, but whatever. Again, I did not play Sonic Battle. I never watched Sonic Battle. But I did watch Sonic X. That's the only reason I know who he is. I thought his friendship with Cream was cute and stuff, but then it was very heart-wrenching when, you know, he ended up going AWOL and they had to, like, put him down. That shit was fucking sad. But I'm putting him at a D, because I don't know him like that. I only know him from the Sonic X episodes. And again, where Cream had to put him down, that was absolutely criminal. Like, they made that shit so fucking sad. God! I think in the game, it's Sonic who puts him down, if I'm remembering correctly. I think he was also created by Gerald Robotnik, or he was found by him. I don't remember the exact story. But yeah, I remember I had to read about it in the Gerald's notebook, his diary, whatever the fuck. And he mentions him, and I think he ended up giving him over to the government so that he could continue getting funding for his research that he was doing up there. But yeah, he's a pretty interesting character. Would I want to see him return to the mainline game? Sure. But I don't know if it's gonna happen. Eggman Nega. Again, he's in Sonic Rush Adventure. I think he was also in Sonic Rivals, because he was also a villain for Silver, which is really interesting, because Okay, so how is he a villain from the future and from another dimension? I don't understand. But he's an interesting. I'll give him a D because again, he hasn't been in another mainline Sonic game. He hasn't even been like in really like a main console Sonic game. Like, you know, you've seen him in the handheld, so we haven't seen him in like actual like controller shit. At least not that I remember. But yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing Eggman naked again. It'd be interesting, but as for now, he's alright. Like it's another interesting villain. I think he's like Eggman's like. Because he's from the Soul Dimension. But then, again, Silver also had him as like a villain. So it's like, okay, so... And then I think in that game, they're like, oh, he's a descendant from Eggman. So I was like, okay, so what is he then? But whatever, man. With Sega and their confusing ass schmiz, I'm not gonna get into it. My boy Cheese! Love Cheese! I'm gonna put him at a B. Again, homie just says chow. I don't know what you want from me. And he's Cream's pet. Cream's adorable pet, and also your sidekick. Chocola! I'll put him in the same. He's Cheese's brother. And that's pretty much it. I don't think he's shown up in any other games besides Sonic Heroes. Not that I know of, anyway. Omachow! I think you already know what he's doing. Yeah. Even though he's helpful. But there are times where it's like, shut up! You know, so. Tails Doll. I don't even know what game he's from. I think he's from Sonic R, but like, yeah, not much I can say about it. Rough and Tumble. I don't know which is which, but they're from the IDW comics, and those are actually the characters that like I was mentioning earlier with Vanilla, where like they messed up like Cream's dinner thing that her mom was preparing, and then she was like, oh, but they're pretty much like the dumb, like tough villains, as I would say. They're usually employed by Eggman. So, they're alright. I'll put them at a D. No, actually, no, F. I can't stand them. They're so annoying. They're so, like, you know? Orbot and Cubot. I love the comedic relief that they offer in the goddamn games, so I'm gonna put them at a C. Because I think they're hilarious. I don't know her like that. I think her name is Honey, and I think maybe she showed up in Sonic Fighters, but I don't know her. And I know she was in the comics, like in the actual like Archie comics and schmiz, but again, I don't know her like that, so she's gonna stay there. I think she was also one of Sonic's lovers at one point in that series. Sonic was a little whore in that fucking series, Jesus Christ. So anyway, Gemerald! Again, I don't know what game he showed up in. I know that he was in... I'm assuming he has relation to Emerald. I think this is him repaired, I believe. Don't quote me on it, man. I really actually don't know. But he shows up in the IDW comics, and he lives with Cream and Vanilla, and he's pretty cool. So I'm gonna put him at a D, because he seems cool. Would I like to see him in a mainline Sonic game? Sure. I'm trying to remember what his name actually. What's like? I don't even know if he has a canonical name, because this is basically like the Rookie. And like I know people gave him a name like Ratchet Wrench. I don't know. So output doesn't count, because, like, technically, this is a create your own character. So, like, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to say? Classic Sonic. He's cool. I'll put him at an A. Because he goes fast and he doesn't talk. Classic Tails. I'll put him in the same as regular Tails, because I guess this is supposed to be Classic Knuckles. I'm gonna put doesn't count, because he actually never shows up in the goddamn series. If you count Sonic Mania, but actually no, I'll count him, I guess. I'll put him as a B. And then I guess I'll put Classic Amy as an A, because, you know, I love her in Sonic Superstar. This doesn't count. This is not real. Classic Shadow does not exist. Classic Metal Sonic. I like the fight that we have in Sonic Generations, so I'm gonna put him at a C. Classic Eggman. I'll leave him. Where did I put regular Eggman? Where did I put regular Eggman? Oh, I put Eggman at a B? I'm gonna put Classic as a C, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I don't really care much for him. I will admit that he did have annoying ass, Alright, my thing froze, that's great. Oh wait, never mind, we Gucci. I'm not counting these, because, man, this is from Knuckles Chaotix, like, what? Like, I guess technically they'd be the classic versions, but I'm not counting them. because it's the same goddamn. My boys Ray and Mighty. Again, I didn't play Sonic Mania. I'm about to, because now I own the game on Steam, and I have the DLC. So, Race again. But I did watch the the Sonic Mania adventures that Sega made, and they seemed pretty cool. I like them. I would love to see them in a mainline Sonic game. I wouldn't mind it. I think they're cool. I'm gonna put them at a C, because they seem pretty cool. I think technically, yeah, in the Knuckles Chaotix game, Mighty was part of the Chaotix. So I'm like, would like to see them reunite, maybe? Question mark. But who knows? But that is my tier list, guys. Those are all the characters. If there are more, I can't think of any at the moment. This is the tier list that I came upon. Y'all already know Silver is #1 because he's my boy. I would love to see his own game. And again, I'm excited for the plates that's happening later on today. Again, the only downside is that goddamn Bryce Papenbrook is gonna be voicing the boy. But other than that, I will be playing Silver. I'm gonna be annoyed hearing his goddamn lines. But, it is what it is. Unless, Sega wants to recast. Because it seems like they about to recast Eggman, which is warranted. Because if y'all have seen the whole drama going on with that, yeah, it's warranted that they're gonna recast him. But, if y'all gonna recast, shit, man, I got suggestions. Not for Eggman, but, if y'all want to recast goddamn Silver, I vote for Jesse McCartney. Let's do it, man. I know maybe he's busy with Kingdom Hearts 4, possibly, but, hey. Come on, man. Please. Or Black Haley Joel Osment at this point. Shit, I wouldn't mind that either. But, yeah. Guys, that's pretty much it. Like I said, I did end up, because Sega's having a sale right now on Steam, where their games are, they have good sales. And I got Sonic Adventure 2, I got Sonic Adventure, I got Sonic Lost World, and I got Sonic Mania. I got pretty good prices too, bro. It ended up being, only $24 for all of them. I'm like, ooh, nice. I was tempted to get Sonic Forces, but I'm like, it's $9.99. And I already bought the game once. So I was like, no. Because I had the game on PS4. It's just the only issue I have with it is the fact that they block out the cutscenes. You can't, record cutscenes, which is so weird to me, because, why? Because you can do it with every other Sonic game after the fact. I don't know why you can't do it with that game. But, who knows? I low-key wish, though, again, because, again, they didn't do it with Sonic Colors Ultimate. They didn't do it with Sonic Generations, Shadow Generations. They didn't do it with Sonic Frontiers. So it's can y'all, Sega, can y'all, patch that out? Please, or something? I know, technically, this game is pretty much poo-poo garbage, but, can we patch that out? Because otherwise, my only other option is, I don't want to buy the game on Steam, even though it's $10, but I'm I don't want to buy this game for $10. Maybe, 5, but not 10. Y'all are pushing. But, yeah. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed my tier list. If y'all have different opinions, or y'all, you have your own tier list, let me know in the comments if you wanna compare. And if you think I'm wrong about Silver, y'all can suck my lip. No, I'm kidding. But no, I love the boy Silver. I hope he gets his recognition from Sega. I hope maybe he gets his own standalone game. But again, it's just his voice that kills me, bro. It's But yeah. But otherwise, hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you guys later for the playtest for Sonic Racing Crossroads. But until then, I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!